I know that person in real person personally.
Hello and welcome to whatever this is. My name is Finn. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope that you are having a wonderful day, a wonderful Thursday whenever you're watching this. And today is Tophia Thursday. Actually, every day pretty much around here is Tophia Day. But anyway, we got some more Tophia to look at. She's being stupid as usual. So, let's go ahead and jump right in, shall we?
TikTok should have let me cash out. I don't know what's going on, but my phone's gonna go off. I am selling merch. It's up. I've been selling merch. Where you been? There's merch.
To be clear, her merch is all created by AI and or stolen from Canva. So, I mean, I know no one's surprised that Tophia's merch is the laziest possible iteration of merch, but there you go.
Merch up right now. Have you ever tried bologna? Ew, I don't like bologna. Bologna? Yes, I do have merch. I don't like bologna. My favorite pizza topping, I like a meat lover's pizza. No, it's not AI made. That one's taken down. I don't have AI made stuff. Or unless I think so, I don't know, I deleted some. But the other ones are not AI made. The new Tophia University, I made those on Canva. And then
Well, but Canva has an AI generator, and so I don't know if she understands the difference.
the TOPHIACHU merch that's in the Mountain Dew logo, what happened was I was going to do that, right? Because I drank a lot of Mountain Dew, and someone's like, you should do like a Mountain Dew-esque logo. So I was working on that. I was looking for the font. Well, Discord ended up making it, and they were selling merch and making money off of me. So I said, that's not going to happen. So I took the design, put it on shirts, and started selling it.
Well, it's not like you own the name Tophia. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you can copyright a name, can you? Honestly, Mountain Dew might have a case against both of y'all.
Because you ain't going to make money off of me. That's so weird. So, yeah. I have TOPHIACHU University stuff. One girl that I knew, she bought merch, and she wore that shirt, and someone was like, that's really nicely made. And she was like, yeah, and then she told her I made it. And she got...
This is a bunch of bullshit. Also, Tophia, no, you didn't fucking make it. Some poor child in a developing country probably made it, and then you put some shitty ass AI art on it and sold it to make a couple of bucks. How'd I do?
got complimented on the merch that she was wearing, and I'm like, that's crazy, because, oh, thank you. Everyone liked the fit I was wearing my red shoes. I'm not lying. That's what she told me. My shirt is changed. What do you mean? I didn't wear this shirt yesterday.
She wore it... I really, really doubt that she's done the laundry. She didn't wear it the last live stream, but I think she did the live before that. And I'm gonna guess it didn't get cleaned in between, so she's probably a little funky.
You know what I wore yesterday? It was my strawberry shortcake shirt that said very cute. Any hair colors you would do besides this one? No. Probably red. But yeah. How's this
She's so stupid. I can't stand her.
maternity clothes? This isn't even maternity clothes. This has, like, you know how people get that heart tattoo design on the back? That's what's on the back of these pants. It's pink. But that is really awkward and weird. No, I'm not gonna show you. Anyways, some of y'all really think I'm talking crazy, but y'all ain't
You are, don't worry.
really hearing me. I'm just saying, I'm not talking crazy. When I tell you something, I ain't crazy. People don't want to believe me until it affects you, then you'll start believing me. I'm saying, like, I ain't talking crazy. I am. Well, I found out, right, because someone told me. I'm not gonna say who. Thank you for doing the research, because other people don't, and it's so crazy, right? Actually looking into things, and it's so crazy. People didn't believe
Tophia, your idea of research is watching a TikTok. Can you please be quiet?
me about the AI stuff, right? It takes 1 gallon of water to make an AI video. When you're making those AI videos of me, it's taking up 1 gallon of water. So just know that you're contaminating the water. No, it's not. Google it.
No, I think, I looked it up actually because I was curious, and I think it takes 1 bottle of water to write an email. And then I think there's 4, like, bottles of water per gallon, I think. So I mean, maybe. It seems like it would use more than that, though, for a whole video.
Google is your best friend. Google is free. When I tell people stuff, I say Google it. People Google, right? Because don't take my word for it. Google it. 1 gallon of water. They showed me, and I was like, I was right. I don't just to say things. 1 gallon of water, it takes 1 gallon of water for an AI video. 1 gallon of water that you're contaminating. Some of y'all really don't believe me.
Well, it's not really contaminating. It's so AI uses water to cool the servers is what's happening, and then since the servers are hot, the water evaporates, and I think a lot of AI data centers have a way to like reclaim the water and pump it back through the system, but obviously some is going to get lost to the atmosphere. So that's where the problem lies. A lot of that reclaimed water just eventually it's going to evaporate to a point where we can't reclaim it, and then you have water loss, and that's a problem.
Me. You think I'm just, but I'm not. And I watched Odyssey, right? Last night I watched Odyssey. That was the longest movie ever. It was like almost two and a half. Yeah, probably 2.5. Elon Musk wants to use his AI to remake Odyssey, an AI movie. Like, this is what happens when you use AI. Then
She's so stupid. Why is she talking about this? I don't. Elon's stupid too, so he might be. I don't know, but who cares, Tophia?
they think, oh, we're making money off of AI. So, yeah, let's continue to keep using it. Like, it's contaminating the air. We're going to have horrible air quality if they put that data center here. It's going to contaminate the water. Like, I blocked I've been getting these weird accounts. It's like regular people, and thank you for the gifts. And they've been literally making AI videos, crazy AI videos, and I blocked them, and another one pops up, and it's not even AI videos of me. It's AI videos of themselves. That is so weird. Well, I did use AI in the past somewhat, a little bit, but I'm not using AI.
Somewhat, a little bit. Uh-huh. That's what I thought.
So, y'all, I realize how damaging AI is. AI is very damaging. When you're saying right message, wrong messenger, you don't even care about AI, so you don't even get, like, are you telling people to stop making AI videos that are making AI videos of me, or are you just allowing them to? It's just so crazy, right?
I mean, they're right, because Tophia will say something correct and then continue talking and just completely drive her point into the ground. Like, it's... The thing is, I actually agree with Tophia on the AI shit. It's just the way that she's presenting it and who she is as a person makes me not want to listen to her.
Yes, I do know about AI. Why are you telling me I don't know about AI? I could tell you what you know about, but I'm not even going to go there. You better know about your other website and don't tell me to be quiet, because I know about AI. It takes 1 gallon of water. Google it, because someone showed me. 1 gallon.
Oh, someone showed her, y'all. Back the fuck up. Someone showed her. I'm gonna guess, though, because you said that it takes a gallon of water to make a video, right? But I'm gonna guess it takes more than a gallon of water for Elon fucking Musk to remake the Odyssey or whatever the hell she's talking about.
Gallon of water it takes to make an AI video. A gallon of water. That means you contaminated a gallon of water. How do you think AI is
It's not quite what that means, but I'm not going into it again.
generated? It just comes from the air. If they need if they need water to generate AI data centers, then that means they need water to generate AI videos. Use your common sense. If they have to use water to run a data center, then they need water for these AI videos. Like, do you think that AI is just made like a video editing app? AI is different from video editors. AI takes clean drinking water, a gallon of it. So a gallon of drinking water is being taken away from people because you want to make an AI video. All I'm saying is if something's happening to people's water and those people that are making AI videos, I think the people should sue them.
You know, Tophia, you care an awful lot about the water supply for someone who never showers.
I think they should sue you. They should get money and make you pay for the bottle of water that they would have to buy to replace the drinking water because they can't drink the water. You need to get sued for making those AI videos. I think
What? She is the most sue-happy person I have ever come across.
they need to start going after the people making AI videos and sue them for not having clean drinking water. And the company that is, providing the AI, but also the people that are making the AI. Because you're not buying the bottled water that they're going to have to buy to drink, right? Crazy. It's so crazy.
If AI results in lawsuits, I don't know, it may already have, but if it does, it's going to be against, like, the AI companies, not against the individuals using the product, you know? It's kind of like whenever there's a safety recall or whatever, if there's a lawsuit, it's against the company, not against the people who bought the products. Does that make sense? Not to Tophia.
Artificial intelligence, that's what AI stands for, artificial intelligence. Artificial means fake. When you see artificial, you usually see it on food where it says artificial flavoring, which means not real flavoring. It's like an additive, it's like a fake flavoring.
Wow, she's such a genius. I had no idea.
If it says artificial, it's not real. Artificial intelligence means fake intelligence, right? Intelligence means brain, mind, computer, right? Computers are intelligent, right? You're intelligent, you got a brain, use your brain. Are you intelligent or are you stupid?
Tophia, shut the fuck up.
Which one are you, right? Artificial intelligence, right? They're making AI robots. iRobot. You ever seen iRobot with Will Smith? That's what it's going to be. They're trying to replace teachers and put AI robots in the schools. They're trying to replace.
Okay, so I saw some discussion about this and whether or not Tophia is full of it. So, what I've read, I'm a teacher, so I kind of keep up with this. It's like within my wheelhouse or whatever. There are a few schools in Texas. They're all private schools, so you're going to be paying like $50,000 a year for this shit. But they are, quote unquote, replacing teachers with AI. And the teachers are becoming something called guides, which are basically just supervisors to make sure the kids aren't fucking around. So I think I read about there's one in Plano already, or Frisco, so North Dallas. And then there are a couple others, not a few, throughout the state. So, I mean, it's a thing. I think it's called Alpha Schools if you want to look it up, but it's not, you really cannot replace teachers with AI, you know? Like relying on kids to have intrinsic motivation and just learn from a robot. I feel like that's going to be the issue.
These people at jobs, AI robots. They have robots that cook in the kitchen. There was one robot that is so intelligent, you tell it to make spaghetti, and it pulls up a whole recipe and cooks spaghetti.
Sick. That's awesome. I kind of want one.
A robot, a kitchen gadget that literally cooks for you. They're replacing people with robots. They're replacing things with AI. AI, you just typed in a prompt and you get a whole video. People are using AI to make money, especially on YouTube. I was looking up
no shit, Tophia. People are going to use anything to make money. We live in a capitalist society. That's how it goes.
how to make money online, work from home. I got a stupid video telling me to take like a whole story from the Bible and make AI like children, how they have cartoons. Basically, I can make a whole cartoon, AI cartoon. All I have to do is type in the prompts and tell it to turn a Bible story into a catchy song. And I could tell a whole
Tophia discovers ChatGPT.
story making catchy songs, Bible songs. And people love Jesus, so they're not going to care if it's AI, and then you can make money that way, right? And I was like,
I mean, I'm sure there are some Christians who care, probably. But what a weird point.
That's so crazy. Like, telling people to use AI is so crazy. AI is the downfall of society. Nobody's gonna learn until y'all are dropping like flies. Until people start dropping like flies and they really start seeing the effects of AI, that's when ish is gonna hit the fan and people are gonna be like, oh my god.
Tophia, I don't think it's gonna be AI that takes us out. I think it's gonna be climate change, which is exacerbated by AI, but you don't care.
And then start freaking out because AI is not the way. They literally have AI. And this is something that is so crazy. I saw Timberland under a post, right? And someone had basically responded to him about AI or something, praising him for not using AI, or I don't remember what it was.
Oh, the rapper. My dumbass is like, she's talking about the boots? Okay. Man, Tophia, you're dumb. I caught it.
Had a contest for talented people to join. Basically, whoever won got a deal. You know who won and got a deal was an AI. It was AI. The whole time he wasn't going to choose a real artist. He chose AI. And he knew it was AI. There's literally
okay, weird if true. Moving on.
A really large singer that is an AI singer, not real. And she makes music. And Kaylani's talked about her. And the lady behind it says that they're just jealous. All you have to do is type in some prompts.
That reminds me of Tophia. Everybody thinks everybody's jealous of Tophia, even though they're not. But in Tophia's mind, everybody's jealous of Tophia.
You don't even have to work hard to produce a beat or write lyrics. AI does it for you. You could just go, they have like that stupid ad I keep getting for the app Suno, where it's like, oh, go into Suno and you can make an R&B song. It's just that easy. Just type in the prompts. It's just so
dude, have you tried it or something? You know a lot about it.
crazy. I didn't have an AI boyfriend. Are you talking about?
Yes, she did. I forgot about that. Yeah, and then she got annoyed at the AI boyfriend because it thought that she was a boy or something, which seems to be a theme in Tophia's life. She also ranted about that guy on Facebook who said she was a man.
About character AI that everyone was doing on live, that Queso was doing the AI. I never had an AI boyfriend. The only thing I did on live was character AI, and it was the one that I did that I thought was funny because I was laughing. They made an
She wasn't laughing, she was so pissed off. She told her AI boyfriend it was rude.
AI character of Michael Jackson, but he only sold vacuums. which I thought that was funny. So I don't remember if it was on live that I had basically said, what do you think of a Dirt Devil, or name brands of like vacuums, like, and I convinced him that he was selling like this vacuum. And
No, no, no. That's not the time we're talking about, Tophia.
then I got in a fight with him because I told him like, oh, Dirt Devil is better than your vacuum. Your vacuum's overpriced. You need to lower your prices or something like that. Anyways, yeah, it was it's character AI. So first of all, I can't visit my mom because I don't got money.
She's so stupid. Tophia, you have money. You just blow it immediately.
If I can't pay my phone bill, what makes you think I can go visit my mom? Like, TikTok did not cash out the money because they said it was below minimum payment, which is a lie because it was a few dollars over. Like, yeah. So I can't pay
Maybe you shouldn't rely on one social media platform for your livelihood, Tophia. I don't know, just a thought.
my phone bill. It's due on the 26th, and I don't have the money. I have like 25, 26. I think like $28 is all I have. I need like, because it's $55. I didn't even get paid
She can't even, oh my god, she can't come up with $55? Pawn the Switch.
from someone. They were supposed to pay me because, okay, I have these nose cuffs, right? And she really wanted some, so I was like, sure. I had paid my storage, so that's why the money's gone, because I paid storage. So I bought her some, and she said, oh, I'll pay you back. And she's like, I'm good for it. And
You're so stupid, Tophia. Listen, never lend money that you can't afford to lose. That's all I'm saying.
then she was like, I'll just give you 20. She didn't do that. She left, and I didn't get paid, so I was gonna ask her and be like, yo, but I don't want to be like that person that's like, yo, where's my money? Like,
Okay, girl, but you're gonna do stupid shit and give your money to people and just like spend it on whatever the fuck. You're gonna have to get comfortable at undoing your mistakes. Sorry about it.
So I was just like, I'll just let her have them. Maybe she's going through a lot, even though, yeah, but I don't know. I don't want to pressure someone for money. She owes me. She didn't owe me the 20. It was like about $8 because it was like a nose cuff. It was about like $8. $8.
I don't think 8 plus 25 or whatever you said equals 55. I think you're still fucked. Which is hilarious because you can't pay a $55 cell phone bill. What do you mean?
And some sense that she owes me. But she said, I'll just give you the 20. You can just keep the change. And I was like, okay, cool. Nothing. I'm like, man, I needed that 20 because with the money that I had saved, I could just scrounge up a few bucks and then go put it on my card and pay my phone bill. Now I don't got it, and I'm not going to be one of those people.
Maybe you should be scrounging anyway. I'm just saying.
Like, where's my money? I was nice enough. She wanted one of my nose cuffs, which was the crown one. And I really didn't want to give it away. But then I was like, you know what? I'll be nice.
Ew, she was going to take a used nose cuff from this? Ew, gross.
Enough. So
y'all think that's how Robert F. Kennedy got his brainworm?
I gave her it because she really couldn't wait until hers came in. So I was like, you know what? If you really can't wait, then I'll just give you that one until the other one comes in, and then I'll take the crown out of that one. And yeah, who set the system up? I did. I'm not like one of those people that I can't be that way towards someone. I'd be like,
because she has no spine. She's scared of social interaction, I'm telling you. She makes up all these crazy excuses why she can't get a job or interact with people or live in a fucking apartment. It's because she's socially anxious, but she doesn't want to admit that, so she comes up with all these excuses.
where's my money? I'm not going to do that. But yeah, my hair is done. But yeah, I'm not selling my Switch. Nobody said I was dry baby.
Well, maybe you should if you can't pay your bills, Tophia. Maybe you should.
Did I say send me some money? No, I didn't. Thank you. Let's not go there. I don't even have Boost Mobile. I have T-Mobile, and I never dry beg for someone to pay my bill.
That's when you come on here like, I can't pay my cell phone bill. I mean, what else is that? Girl, come on now.
Say, hey, somebody needs to pay my bill. Did I say send me money? No, I didn't. I just said I can't pay my phone bill.
Right, that's because we're calling it dry begging. It's not just like begging. That's why it's dry begging.
Being really honest. Hello, I can't pay my phone bill. I gotta contact my mom somehow, and I wasn't going to hound her or hassle her for the money. I just, and plus she was paying me over what the amount was that she owed me, right? And so I was like, okay. It was like, so I bought these nose cuffs, and they were like $8. But then she said she would give me the full 20. She said, oh, you could keep the change, and I was like, cool. And I was expecting to get that because I'm like, oh, I can't pay my phone bill. I have money saved, like, I have like $40. I need 55. Well, she does, because she said she was gonna pay me. She said, if you buy these for me, I will pay you back. Yes.
That's why don't do that. When you're this close to not being able to pay your bills, don't do that. Why are you even shopping on the internet to begin with?
Though it was only $8, she still was gonna give me the change. She said I could keep the 20. If I piss you off, Tristan, then I could help you. Now you can be blocked and go be pissed off somewhere else. If you're pissed off by me, then leave. You don't need to be here and watch me. Go be mad somewhere else. Go take that energy somewhere else. You're pissed off because I'm talking about a real life situation. Is that why you bothered?
No, I'm pissed off because your dumbass is gonna keep doing the same thing and the same thing and the same thing.
Maybe you should go sit on the toilet and take a shit. Maybe that would help you.
She's so stupid. Okay, listen. So I teach high schoolers, right? They all have way better insults than Tophia. Dude, they will pick out your one insecurity and exploit it. And Tophia is just over here like, baby, you should go take a dump. Come on, do better.
Clean out your system. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Some people need to pull whatever it is stuck up their ass. Like, seriously. Pull it out of your ass. Because it sounds like you got something stuck up there because you're cranky. Jeez. Me talking about not being able to pay my bill pisses you off. What pisses people off is the fact that people choose to send me money. Like that one person on Instagram that sent me money. People were like, don't send her any money. First of all, it's their hard-earned money that they worked hard for.
Yeah, that's why we're telling them not to send you money. Because your ass is never going to work hard. You wouldn't know hard work if it bit you in the ass.
And I didn't even ask for it, mind you, by the way. They just sent it to me.
You were dry begging on Instagram too. This is kind of what you do, Tophia.
And you know what really does it is when you get pissed off, they send more money. You're not stopping them from sending money. It only pushes them to send more money because it pisses you off. So what point are you making? You're mad, and I feel like some people are mad because they don't get money. Because no one's giving them $50. That's why, because you ain't getting money.
No, I really don't. I don't need money from random people on the internet. I'm good. Thank you. But the reason that we're pissed off is because you're never going to learn accountability. And I guess it doesn't really matter if people send you money or not. You're still going to keep making dumb choices. But like you said, it's their hard-earned money. So we like to try to warn them before they send money to this.
You want to get money, go online and beg people for money. Flat, plain out. No one says stuff when people are in my comment sections dropping their cash apps telling people give me the money instead. That's not how you get money.
Hey, I mean, I respect it.
No one's gonna give you money because you say give me the money instead. You crazy. You in here dry begging and then you say I'm dry begging, but that's not the case. I don't go in people's life and say give me that money instead. Shoot, you really need some money, need it that bad, then you should go hustle. Right? I saved money. That's why I have money.
You saved money when? When did you save money?
I have half the phone bill right now. I could literally.
She's so stupid. Half the phone bill, half of 55 is what, like $27.50? Tophia, you're so stupid.
Literally pay the lower, what is it? I could lower, like instead of the unlimited, I could do the other plan until I get paid. That way I have a phone. I won't be completely without a phone because I have money saved.
Well, there you go. You don't even need your unlimited data. You can just get a phone so that you can call Marie because you said that's what's important to you to begin with, right? So that should be fine.
It's not $55, but it's still enough to pay. So I have some slight service. Is a Switch more than my mom? No, but is my live stream more than your mom? Why are you...
These comebacks are so fucking stupid. And if a Switch was not worth more than your mom, then you would sell the Switch to have money to go see your mom. You see what I'm saying?
What are we even talking about?
I don't know, dude. That's what I'm asking myself.
Are you questioning what I do with my money? That has nothing to do with you. I'm not paying $100 just to go down there for them to tell me that I can't see my mom. It's not about having money to go see my...
How's it going to be $100? Take a bus to the edge of Albuquerque and then call an Uber or a Lyft or something. Guarantee it's not $100, especially since I'm pretty sure the buses in Albuquerque are free.
My mom, yes, I could have paid for a Lyft, but then they would have asked me to leave. And then what good is that? Where am I going to take my mom? I have to be back at a certain...
Dude, you got your mom that one time that you needed something from her. So what's the difference? Oh, you don't need anything.
Certain time. And I cannot wait there with my mom while she gets on the bus to make sure that she gets back to the shelter because I would have to head back home. I'm not going to trust anybody out there with my mom by herself in the streets. We already went through violent crime and you want me to leave my mom out there by herself?
She's so stupid. Nobody said that.
Yeah, she would have really had a panic attack because that's how careless you guys are. You couldn't care less. What am I supposed to do? Tell the shelter, sorry, I couldn't make it back in time. The last bus is not past 10, past whatever time. By the time
Well, she was about to say 10 p.m., which is pretty freaking late, Tophia. You could definitely make it back by then and make sure your mom was back. What if you just like meet her outside her shelter, take her to a park or something nearby? You guys can eat lunch, drop your mom back off. You could walk her back or whatever, and then you go home. And I guarantee it would not be 10 p.m.
I make it to get the last bus to get back home, I would have missed it because a bus takes 30 minutes. Some of y'all really don't know. Some of y'all are too busy worried about my mother and not yours before she goes to ashes to dust. You should be worrying
Tophia, really?
about your mother. You don't got a long time. You don't got a long life with her. So why are you worried about mine? Worry about yours. I'm just saying. Some of you guys as parents, you need to spend more time with them instead of worrying about what I got going on, right? Sitting
Well, see, but we're not putting our personal life on the internet, Tophia. People are allowed to have opinions.
here being like, oh, it's a switch. I can't. There's so much. I'm not allowed on property. I don't know how many times I have to say that to y'all. You think they're just going to be like, oh, okay, you're here to see your mom? Well, no, that's not how that works. That's crazy.
You don't know what they'd say because your dumbass hasn't reached out.
You want me to pay $50 there, $50 back, and it's going to be over $100. And then I'm spending all that money to not even see her. Does that make any sense? I'm going to pay
Does buying a Switch and a TV and whatever the fuck else make any sense? At least this way you might get to see your mom.
over $100+ just so I don't get to see my mom. That's crazy. Then you come on another account because you got no life. That's why you have multiple accounts, because you're bored. I didn't save for a Switch. I don't know why I have to explain this to you, Tiny, because you probably got a tiny brain in your skull.
Whereas on Tophia, nothing is tiny.
And you can't comprehend. I didn't save for a Switch. And actually, if I would have saved for an apartment, you better pay the next month's rent, okay, Tiny? Since you think you...
The fuck? What? Yeah, she didn't save for a Switch. She got a bunch of money all at once from Temu and then she went and blew it. But what?
know everything. How am I going to pay the next month's rent? I have to pay first and last month's rent, right? I don't have money to continue to keep paying rent. So I'm going to save money. Mind you, I'm not making a lot of money on social media because I've been homeless and have been going through a lot. And I'm busy all day. So yeah, that's why I can't focus on anything right now with social media besides going live. But let's talk about it, tiny brain, right? You want to sit here and say, well, save for an apartment. Okay, I'm going to pay first month's rent and you're going to continue to pay, okay? Since you think you know everything, how am I going to pay? Oh, they're going to say,
You could get a job. Okay? You could get a job.
you saved up money for an apartment. That's not how it works. You have to have some sort of income, whether it's disability, whether you have a job or not. They're not going to just let you live in an apartment and then say, well, how are you going to pay the rent? Where's the income coming from? They need some proof that you're going to be able to keep up payments for rent. When am I going to tell them, oh, I saved up money for the rent, but I don't got an income coming in, but trust me, I could pay the rent.
This is why everyone's telling you to get a job, so that you have a steady source of income. It would be great if you got off the internet too, but even if you don't, just get a job. That's all we're asking.
Crazy. Some of y'all need to use your brains. Things do not happen overnight. The programs that they're trying to help us with will get us a house. And because
You could technically get a job overnight. That's one thing that you could do to help yourself and your mom, but you won't.
it is secure, because housing is going to pay the rent, a lot of people like that. So because they're going to have a secure payment, there's that. Like, some of y'all really need to start using your brains because you got pea-sized brains. You literally sit here and judge everything someone does. Oh, you don't got a job. You're not making enough money. You need to go get a job. A lot of these programs, or not even programs, like a lot of these homeless shelters, right? They don't want you to work. I don't know
She's so stupid. What?
what it is that I have to tell you or get it through your head. They do not want you to have a job. I'm not going to go to a job while living in a homeless shelter, nor can I. It's not lies. They don't want you to work. Some of these places want you to work on yourself and fix your issues. So why would they tell you to go get a job?
I'm gonna guess that she is in some kind of shelter that's also like a rehab facility or something. And they probably do want people to be like medically stable before they go out and look for work. Tophia, your ass isn't there because you were addicted to anything. Your ass is there because you're lazy.
Going to get a job is not going to fix your depression. Anybody will tell you that. If you are going through something traumatic, or if you're going through a lot of emotions, they are not going to tell you to go get a job. Your therapist is going to...
Actually, so I also have, or just have PTSD, because I don't know if Tophia has ever been properly diagnosed. But anyway, having a job actually does help. Going to work does help. It's a nice distraction. And even if you have a horrible day at work or whatever, at least you're not thinking about whatever happened. You know? So, Tophia, just please stop talking. Log off.
They're going to say, oh, you're depressed? Go get a job. That's not how that works. And you know that to be true. They want you to work on yourself. And how am I going to explain to them that I got bills? They don't care if you got bills. That's not their concern. Their concern is not you and your bills. Their concern is you fixing yourself and healing yourself. Their concern is not, I got bills, you got bills. That's materialistic stuff to them. Bills are nothing. You got a phone bill, it does not exist. Phone bills do not exist. Storage does not exist. Nothing, they know nothing is free, right? But again, bills do not exist in shelters. There are some shelters, yes, that you can work.
Bills do not exist in Tophia's mind. Jobs do not exist in Tophia's mind.
But some shelters, no. Bills are not a thing. You got bills, you better not have bills. You better not go up to somebody and tell them, well, I gotta pay my bills. They're gonna be like, you ain't got no bills in here. You better not think about having a job. You better not have no job. She's so stupid. I'm telling you exactly like it is. You think I'm joking, but these places are 100% like that. You cannot have a job. You have to be working on yourself. And if you go get a job, you're not working on yourself because you don't have time to make it to anything to work on yourself. How am I going to talk to my therapist if I'm at my job saying I can't meet with my therapist or I'm going to get fired from my job? They ain't going to...
Tophia, oh my God. Okay, so like when people go to therapy, they either have insurance from their job or they have to pay out of pocket, which is really expensive, so they need a job. How the fuck do you think anybody goes to therapy or gets counseling or whatnot? Do you think everybody just like quits their job when they go into therapy? Like what?
They're going to see it that way. They're going to see you can't meet with your therapist and you need to go do your job. If you don't want to be focused on working yourself, then why don't you just go out there and get a place? You don't need to be here. You don't need the help. Ain't that crazy? Some of you guys really don't think. That's exactly how it is. They're going to say, well, if you're not here working on...
I've never met anyone, or I haven't met Tophia, thank God, but I've never come across anyone who is just so confidently incorrect.
yourself, like you say, then why don't you go work on that job? So you have to choose between quitting your job and leaving your job or getting the help. And I'm not going to be out of a place because I got a job. They're going to say, you got a job, now you can go pay rent, even though I just started.
They give you time to build up and get back on your feet and get steady, Tophia. You are not the only person on earth to have ever been homeless or have ever, had like a downward slump in their life or whatever. You're not the only person on earth to have this experience. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you got a job, you're not working on yourself, you don't need the help. Like, you come here and see what it's like. You come do this stuff. You won't be able to last because when you realize you can't have a job, you're gonna leave. Then
you're so stupid.
You're gonna realize what they was telling you. The world tells you you need a job. The world tells you you need to go run and get a job. I'm messed up in the head. I've got a lot of issues from the carjacking and other things that have caused my trauma. And you're telling me...
I'm not arguing that she doesn't have issues. I just don't know that they were caused by the carjacking.
to go up and go get a job? You think someone's sane enough to go get a job? And I don't have mental health issues. I'm just saying. I got some issues, which are PTSD and my major depression. And you telling someone, go...
I wonder how many people in the active workforce right now have both of those diagnoses. They're not rare.
Get a job. That's like the dumbest thing you could ever tell someone. It's not an excuse. I just literally explained it because it goes in one ear and out the other. Thank you for the gift points. If I get a job, they're going to tell me, you got a job, go look for a place. You don't need to be here because you're not working on yourself. They don't care about jobs. You don't got a job when you're in certain shelters. You don't got bills. What bills? I tell them, oh, I got to get a job because I got to pay my storage and my phone bill.
You didn't tell anyone that you need to get a job. Come on. You have never said those words in your entire life.
You're going to look at me and say, what bill? You don't got no bills. I got told that at the last place I was at. She literally got upset. No, she got offended because I told her I had my storage. And I tried to tell her that my mom has high blood pressure. And if I lose the storage, I lose all the stuff that my brother has in it. My brother's stuff. She said, I don't do the emotional stuff. She didn't even let me explain that. I was going to explain to her about my mom and her high blood pressure. She looks at me and says, I don't do the emotional stuff. You don't need anything. What do you need? You don't got any bills. That's what she literally...
I doubt that. I really doubt that.
She told me that I didn't need to pay my storage. I didn't need to pay my phone bill. I don't got bills. That tried to tell me that I couldn't do social media. I said, well, I leave to go do social media. I had to make money some way. What do you expect? You're not providing any tools. The tools that they were providing was not tools.
I bet you that there were plenty of tools available. Tophia's ass just didn't use any of them because she'd rather sit upon the ass.
Like, So you expect me to live with you guys forever? How am I supposed to pay my rent? I don't have no income coming in. So you're telling me I'm supposed to have no income coming in. What happens then if I have to when I want to get me a place and
You guys think Tophia stretches before she leaps to conclusions? No, right?
move out? Now I got no income. How am I supposed to pay for this place, right? But these housing programs, you don't have to have income. But I was just like, in my head, it's just like, you expect people to live here forever? That's what they wanted, people to live there forever. Because how do they expect people to move out and move on? And then she had to talk to the head person, and it's if he decides that you can have a job. If he says it's okay for you to have a job, then you can get a job. And I'm like, I'm not gonna have her try to fight.
I mean, I'm gonna guess that people at whatever shelter she's talking about probably do have to get cleared to go get a job, especially if it was also like some kind of rehab center. But that doesn't mean that they're gonna tell you no, Tophia.
Him for me to have a job, and then he tells me no anyways. He was very opposed against people having a job. You couldn't have one. And if you had a job, you don't have a job. You go in there, you know, yeah, they were accommodating to some people that went in there that already had a job. But if you went in there and you wanted a job, no, you don't got a job. You don't got no bills. What bills? A lot of these places are like that. What bills? What job? You know, you can. Some places you can't. People think they know everything. Why don't you come here and try it? You wouldn't even last.
Tophia, the only reason that you've lasted is because of the kindness of others. But you'd rather insult everybody around you and just continue to do nothing.
They would have told you to quit your job and you would have just up and left. You would have been like, nah, let's see how long you live, bro. You think you know everything. You got your degree, you think you know everything from Precious when she says that. Literally looked at me and said, like, what do you need? And I said, well, I got to pay my storage. Then literally told me I didn't need to pay my storage. She was like, she goes, I don't do the emotional stuff and you don't need to pay. I got a phone bill that is $55. I got a storage that the storage rent went up.
Notice she mentions the phone bill first, because we all know that access to the internet is the only thing that matters.
And you're telling me that I don't need to pay my storage? Who cares? Well, I care. You're telling me that I can't get a job. Because at first she told me I couldn't get a job and I couldn't work. Then they tried to tell me that I could work. No, now you want me to work? And no, she was...
So they did tell you you could work. You did get approved for a job. You just didn't want to. That makes way more sense.
going to try to talk to that guy and talk him into letting me work, and I already know it was going to be a big issue, and I'm not going to have him treating me some type of way because I got a job. I'm not going to be there and have some sort of animosity
You don't even know who this guy is. You've never seen him before. How do you know he's going to treat you any type of way?
towards me, and this guy's treating me crappy because I got a job, but he has no choice, and then what? I get treated like crap. I'm not going to go to a job to come back and be told, and that's another thing, right? I had to attend a lot of the meetings on my Zoom while being at work. You can't use your...
What? You had to attend a lot of your meetings for what? Therapy? Because I bet that you could move those. I'm just saying.
Cell phone while you're at work. You can't be on Zoom while you're at work. That's crazy. I would have got fired. Cell phones are not allowed. And what am I supposed to say? That my boss that you have to allow me? That's not how...
You can get accommodations or just like request off far enough in advance. They know people have doctor's appointments or therapy appointments or whatever it may be. It's not a big deal.
Works. When you apply for jobs, if you look at their rules, a lot of the jobs do not allow cell phones on the job. You cannot be doing social media. They wanted us to be on Zoom at the jobs, and they literally told people that they had to attend the meetings at their jobs. Some jobs do not allow you to be on your phone. They're not going to care what it's for. They're going to say, oh, do you care about that?
If you're in some kind of halfway house and in a work program, then the job knows that they're going to have to make accommodations so that you can attend whatever required meetings. It's really not that hard.
You care about your job. Then what? Your job's going to come at you and be like, well, you don't care about your job. Then I think maybe you should just go. I'm not going to get fired from my job.
Oh, you already did that, though. She had a job at Dunkin' Donuts for like a few weeks, maybe a month, and she got fired for quote-unquote hygiene issues, but of course, she's trying to make it sound like it wasn't for hygiene issues.
People don't understand, and I get it, but you have to understand the way that it was run. It was very religious, very strict. Having a job is worldly. It's of the world.
Dude, what? Paying your rent is worldly. I don't understand. You're gonna need a worldly job to pay your worldly rent.
Do you want to be of the world, or do you want help? Because if you want to be of the world, that's a sin. Doing worldly things like having a job is a sin.
She's so full of shit. She's so full of shit. All of the people at the shelter work there. It is their job. Tophia, come on.
Basically how it was presented. If you have a job, you're of the world and you're sinning. That's what they literally said. That it's of the world. You cannot have a job because essentially money, job, and leads you to go buy things that you don't need. And it wasn't even that material. It was like the way that it was presented is it's of the world. That there's no reason for you to get a job because that's what society tells you.
I really, really highly doubt that's what was said. That might be what Tophia heard, but I mean, there's no way. There's no way.
You is to go get a job, get up and go work. The last place I was at was very religious and restrictive.
The last place you got kicked out of, you mean?
They said I could not work. That's why I did social media. That's why I tried to do it off property. And they
I'm guessing that what happened was they told her that she can't be on social media. Tophia considers social media her job. And so in her peanut brain, they told her that she can't work. And they probably told her that her doing her bullshit on social media with her thirst traps and everything is worldly. And in Tophia's peanut mind, again, that equates to them saying that jobs are worldly and you shouldn't get one if you want to go to heaven. She's ridiculous.
They tried to stop me from doing that because they said, oh, don't even go hang out with her because people see her. I'm going to stop you. Like they said, don't even leave with her anywhere anymore. They were telling people. And then they said that having a job is of the world and that you shouldn't be trying to seek a job. That basically, it was really religious. They said if you want to go do worldly things, then that's a sin.
They probably told her that seeking fame on social media is worldly and a sin. That's what I am going to guess happened. You have to put Tophia's words through like a logic detector or something. We need a logic translator.
Being of the world is a sin. They even brought up Bible verses where it's that one Bible verse of being of the world.
Yeah, there's a lot of thirst traps that you've made that I can see a Christian shelter having a problem with. I'm like 99% certain that's what went down.
Of the world means going to get a job because you're doing what the world tells you. To them, the world tells people to get a job. But I'm like, that makes no sense considering the fact that how am I supposed to pay my bills? God's not going to do it. They said if you take everything to God. Thank you for the good points. They said if you take everything to God.
They probably want you to quit ranting on social media and pray. I'm not even religious, girl, but you need Jesus.
That God will provide for you to have money to pay the bills. That's just not how it works. I'm going to pray to God that he pays my storage, and it's not going to get paid unless I do the work to earn the money to pay my storage.
This sounds like me explaining to my mom why I didn't clean my room already. Just like her logic train is like some 5-year-old trying to get out of responsibility. There's no way this is a 32-year-old woman.
God's not going to give you free money. They said if you take it to God, he's going to give you some free money to pay your bills. That's not how that works.
Tophia, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're making me mad.
And I wish you could have just heard some of the stuff because it's crazy. I'm telling you, they were super religious. And I'm not trying to talk bad about them, but they literally was like, you can't have a job that's of the world. Being gay, you go to hell. It was crazy.
And you couldn't keep your fucking mouth shut until you got out of the Christian shelter because you wanted the attention that you would get from being bi. Tophia, you're not that mysterious. You're just not. Like, never mind.
Like, it was so crazy how really restrictive they were. It was super religious. But yeah, even at this other place, it's not really restrictive. But for them, you cannot have a job. Because if you have a job, then I wouldn't be able to, you have to follow certain rules and guidelines by them. And if I can't meet those guidelines, then they're going to ask me, they're going to say, well, you got a job, you need to find somewhere to go. I can't tell them, oh, I can't do that today.
They probably, like, once you get a job, you probably have a certain amount of time to figure out a place to go. And Tophia just doesn't even want to start the process.
I got a job. That's just not how it works. You guys think that it's just like a walk in the park. You can't tell people you're not going to show up somewhere because of your job. They won't accept that. They're going to tell you, well, you need to leave. It's either this or your job. And it's going to be this because
I'm guessing, again, allegedly, that her shelter told her it's either this, either you stay in this shelter or you do social media, but you ain't doing both. I'm gonna guess that is the, like, actually what happened to Tophia to us translation.
If it's my job, I ain't gonna have a place to live. I'm gonna end up in the street because I don't got an apartment right now. And it's hard to get an apartment here, especially because you have to start looking for an apartment because apartments don't become available because you have to wait a month. Sometimes they have to clean the apartment. Sometimes they say, oh, we don't have any apartment.
I guarantee they'd give you a month to wait until your lease started. Guarantee.
We're all rented out. And then what, I'm going to be wandering the streets with all my bags trying to make it to work because I got no place to live because I chose a job? What is it, a roof over my head or a job? They ain't going to accept the fact that I can't meet their guidelines because I have a job. That's how these places are. And if you think it's an excuse, then I would like you.
This all makes sense if you replace job with social media. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. She just got griped at because of all the dumb shit that she does on the internet.
To come live in these shelters and see what it's really like. There are certain shelters that do allow that, but those shelters that allow you to have a job, mind you, if I have to work late at night or stay overtime, there's no.
She's skipping right over those shelters that allow you to have a job, right to another point about not having a job. Did you notice that?
Way for me to get back. The shelter my mom's at, the last shuttle, and if I work after that, how am I going to get back? So then I'm going to be spending lots of money to Uber back to my bed, and then not have enough money to save for an apartment. That just doesn't. I'm going to be spending way more money to not be able to afford to live, because then I'm going to have to Uber back to the shelter, and then it's that thing.
But Albuquerque has free buses. So why are you taking an Uber? And you didn't want to say it, but you started to say that the last bus is at 10 p.m. So, Tophia, I guarantee you could find something that got you out of work before 10 p.m.
Only other shelter that I can think of where I don't have to spend a lot of money to Uber and I could probably make it back, right? I can't stay there because I already stayed there and they told me my time was up.
No. Oh, God, what a freeze frame. They didn't tell your ass your time was up. They told you get the fuck out because of that stunt with the 7 Skittles, if you know what I mean. Y'all, I'm gonna end it here. We're only like halfway through, but I just can't with her today. Well, y'all, sorry I had to end that one early, but she was really getting my goat. I was getting so pissed off, and I'm gonna need some more caffeine or other substances to get through the rest of that shit. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. If you did, please leave me an emoji that reminds you of Tophia's lazy ass. Other than that, guys, please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.